Well, there's our intro. All right. So before we start this video, I need to have a serious moment with all of you. If you're watching this and you have not subscribed, you need to hit that little subscribe button right there. I have a reason though this time. Instead of just making the numbers go up and making me and Steven's dopamine triggers count, so we need to hit 100 because at this point, Broken Axle has been around long enough where we can actually have a custom URL minus the fact that we're down about 46 subscribers. So if you're watching this video and you like us, think I'm attractive, you think Steven has a funny laugh, hit that little subscribe button, hit the little bell every time we upload, and you'll hit it, a little ringling. It's going to be a good time. And then we can get a custom URL.
That said, the delivery fee, okay, I guess you'd probably, that's still going to be part of the deal. You still got to deliver it. I'm not really sweating that one. And even the dealer dock fee, kind of bullshit, but whatever. You're probably just going to be paying that to someone else.
Yeah.
To do all the documentation. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
My thing is about the overhead and the money the dealer makes on the deal, which is not a ton on new cars. They make more on used cars for sure, but it's still a significant amount. And the whole, like, what are they doing for your customer at this point to earn that money? I'm seeing not a lot here.
And especially if it's a dealership that's not like Lexus or Mercedes, where they'll literally, pardon the pun, Lexus, but they'll literally coddle your balls when you walk through the front door. Like, like you don't get that when you go to like a Ford dealership or a Chevy or a Dodge or Fiat or anything. Like the guys just kind of look at you like they're vultures. Whereas if you go to like, I don't want to give too many kudos to BMW, but I went to a BMW dealership once and man, like they rolled out the black carpet for me. And I was looking at a Scion that they had in the used lot in the back. But
yeah, it just doesn't like.
I was a BMW CCA member, so they here's a free drink and here's some snacks, and we'll take the black carpet and roll it out in front of you so you don't get your feet dirty. It was a nice affair.
Yeah, I've had a similar experience with a buddy of mine that had an older Benz, taking it to the Benz dealer for a recall or something.
Mercedes is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Mercedes and Porsche.
Yeah, this is like an '80s era Benz that.
Yeah.
I guess for whatever reason, it had an open recall that just didn't get performed. I don't know exactly what the circumstance was about why, but he went to the dealer to ask if it could still be done, and of course, because it's Benz, of course it can.
Yeah.
Bring it on around.
Yep.
The fact that it's 20 years old, not even a question.
Yeah. And in some minds, they actually like that because it's like proof that their Mercedes is reliable and, well loved.
Yeah, it was pretty killer. They took really nice care of it. That said, I don't think that this whole no need for a dealer thing is going to be as much of a thing for, what do you want to call them? The premium. Yeah, let's go with that. The premium brands.
Okay.
Right, because the dealer experience is part of the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, that's part of their whole thing. That goes with the premium brand is the premium dealership experience. But for average Joe Schmoes, like me and Craig, that don't have Benz or Lexus money, most of the time, there was that one BMW, Craig. Most people's dealership experiences are not good, overwhelmingly. Like, I feel that given most of our viewership, if you were to inquire, given the option to pay, I don't know, even 3-4% less on the vehicle and just have it delivered and not go through the whole dealership thing, most people would call that a positive.
Well, we're seeing that service right now, right?
With Carvana,
we're seeing
used cars like stuff.
Yeah, Carvana and Tread, whatnot. They will literally take care of all the dealership hassle and just deliver you the car and call it good. And there's no extended warranty. There's no undercoating service. They don't try to tout it up. They just sell it to you for at cost.
Yeah, they do the whole thing online, right? You see the number on the screen and you're like, yeah, I'm going to pay that.
And they give you a week to give it. Yeah, they give you a week. If you don't like it, send it back, or a month or something like that. But like it's it's we're getting to the point now where you can almost McDonald's kiosk it, right? I can go to a I'll just use Ford because we keep harping on them. Well, I'll go to a Ford kiosk booth at the local mall and type in exactly what I want, hit go, swipe my credit card, and then a couple weeks later, sign some electronic documents mailed to my inbox, and then a month later, I have my vehicle. Like,
Yeah,
I don't need a dealership. I really don't.
you just don't.
Yeah.
Now the interesting thing, and I think this is could, I say could with the utmost trepidation,
Hmm.
shift the way option packs work.
Hmm.
Right. So we have options packaged together right now from most manufacturers
Yep.
in order to basically lower the number of combinations of vehicles that could exist
Yeah.
because the dealer can only carry so many and they want to carry what sells, which is how you get weird option pack cars that don't, years down the road that are hard to find because those options didn't come together very often.
Yeah.
Now, if people are a la carte ordering cars, uh, that can change, especially if you're not on a super tight timeline,
Yeah.
right? It's like you could wait a couple of weeks to, put maybe these few hundred cars that all have the same option together on the assembly line, so they go through, one right behind the other,
Hmm.
or possibly like paint colors, right? Instead of doing, this one, this one, this one, this one, let's do like 500 reds and then 500 blues and then 500 whites,
Yeah.
all that stuff. You could optimize the production line quite a bit if you're not trying to basically work with planning to figure out what sells and what you think is going to sell. Instead, you're actually building literally what people have ordered already.
Yeah.
So you're not trying to build stuff that you think will sell. You're building what people already bought.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not that will come to fruition, I don't know. Uh, I that was cars back in the 50s and 60s, right? You could order stuff literally option box by option box, just go down the.
Hmm.
That's super cool. I would love that. I
Yep.
don't know that the general public would or that they care that much.
Yeah. Well, if the general public doesn't care that much, they can still go to a dealership and buy whatever's off the lot. Like, but I think also going post COVID, right? We have now gotten to the point now where we're so in tune with the computer and online stuff,
Yeah.
and even like Amazon click to order. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah. Yeah.
think that it's actually that much of a wild shot to say that this thing could be a thing.
No, no, I definitely don't. I'm just saying on the option thing. I think some people may be
Yeah.
more agreeable to just having a good, better, best thing, right? Like the
Yeah.
car just
Well,
comes in three trim levels. You want the none, medium options, or all the options because they don't want to go
yeah.
through and get every individual. I want that, but not that, but yes, that.
Yeah. But this is also a numbers game too. We're speculating. Like I spent 3 hours with a friend trying to price out Mavericks, and at the end of the day, he had a $42,000 Maverick versus the base, which is supposed to
Jesus.
be 21. It was a fully loaded Lariat, everything.
Yeah,
But like for
I'll
him
be
and
the
his
first one.
lifestyle and his what's up?
I'll be the first one to admit I can totally do that. I'll sit on a configurator whenever a new car drops and play with
Absolutely.
option packs and
Absolutely. I think most of our people have done that. Every time there's a new sports car that comes out, you sit there on the configurator and figure out what you really need, what you don't need, or how much its actual cost is. But we did that, and he was a consumer who's not necessarily he's kind of a car guy, but not really. But like he had it was I need the vehicle to do this, and so like the type of vehicle is already set, and the Maverick is perfect for him. And I of course mentioned that he should probably get the turbo and not the hybrid because it's longevity we're worried about here. And I want to make it the most comfortable version of the new car because I'm buying it, and then figure out what he wants and doesn't want, versus going to a dealership and spending $50,000 on a marked up Maverick that doesn't have everything he wants and still might be a hybrid. So I think there is a plausible expectation here in making something like that an option. But
yeah,
I think like what Steven said, that there's going to be dealership state rules that's going to make it really hard, or there's going to be pushback. And then we're also speculating on probably 5% of the actual consumer base here. Like how many people actually care about that kind of stuff to the infinite degree. I don't know. But I have spent time outside of just myself pricing out vehicles and talking to them
yep.
about packages and realistic expectations. My sister's one of them. She wanted a four-door Bronco, and I asked her, "Why do you need a four-door Bronco?" And she's like, "Oh, because when I haul my friends around." And I'm like, "Oh, so the one or two times a month that you have more than one or two people in the car, like we get back into consumerism in America soon about
Well,
how we're
especially with
buying
that
more
case, right?
vehicles."
Because
Yeah,
it's not like a limited use case, right?
yeah,
The two door Bronco can still hold 5 people, just like the 4 door can.
yeah.
There is no
It's just,
difference in people capacity.
yeah, it's just the mindset, I guess.
There's a comfort level difference for sure.
Yeah,
But as I have said many, many times, do you care about the people in the back seat's comfort?
they're in the back
They're in
for
the
a
back
reason.
for a reason.
Yeah,
Exactly. But yeah, that's it. On the options thing and on the just going through, I think Ford is going to play around with this. Right, it's already a
hmm,
thing for the Mach-E. They've already said they're going to expand it to their other models. My
yeah.
prediction: they will, in the near-ish future, when they expand it to other models, start offering a. I'm not sure exactly how, some kind of cut to use the service, price cut.
Yep.
I don't know 100%
Zero
how
percent,
they're going to do this, but huh?
0% APR.
Maybe they may do it as a Ford rebate or something. I don't know, but they'll start offering it as a little bit of a cut to use the service because it takes a lot of traffic and load and everything else off the dealers.
It also shows instant demand too. I feel like this is another issue with dealerships is that they'll say, "Oh, brand new Bronco, I need 8 of them."
Yeah,
And so let's just say for example, 6 sell, and then you know that there's a fairly good demand for those. Well, Ford only saw the demand for 8. So they saw the initial influx of interest, and then they're not really seeing what sells. Versus if they say, "Hey, we're going to make this vehicle," and then like with the Mach E, they had XYZ amount of people who pre-bought into them, and now as more Mach E's get out on the road, more people are buying into them again. Versus dealerships
yeah.
just buying, say, "Hey, we need 50, and I'm only going to sell 20."
It's also
Sorry.
a different dynamic, right?
Yeah.
Because your buyers, I don't know. I don't know how dealers are going to feel about this. I don't think they're going to like it because the transaction's all done online, right? So
Yeah.
when the customer comes in, the papers are done, the transaction's done, the car's been bought.
Hmm.
So you don't have as much opportunity to push, like you said, Scotch Guard interior, uh, paint sealant,
Undercoating,
pinstriping,
extended
undercoating,
extended warranty, free windshield repair.
yeah, whatever other garbage you're hawking, which is good because that stuff all needs to go away, like post haste.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
And if you're somebody that's endorsing that sort of stuff at your local dealer and you think we're wrong, well, I'm sorry about that. You're a terrible human.
Yep. We are your worst enemies. We are the DIYers.
Yeah, right. Don't pay $1,500 at your dealership for some garbage ass Simon Eyes paint sealant. If you're going to pay $1,500, take it somewhere and get it coated. Just
Yeah.
saying.
And don't get the extended warranty just to have them not. Scotty Kilmer will go over this in detail, but don't pay for the extended warranty, break something, and then have them say, "Oh, we didn't cover it because it's your fault." And what
Yeah,
was the point of the extended warranty?
right. So yeah,
Anyways.
I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful about this.
Yeah.
I've thought dealers need to either start doing a lot of things a lot better or move out, and that's the other option, I guess. Right? That's options. I don't know, C, D, wherever we're at, where
Sure.
the dealers, rather than fold under from this pressure of if I'm going to get shit service, I can just get no service and do it all myself and pay
Hmm.
less money, which a lot of people would totally do. I'm one of them.
Hmm.
Is the dealers that won't be affected by this, like we said before, are the premium dealers, and maybe that's what some of the other dealers will do in order to stay afloat as dealers. There are a few non-premium. Well, I guess they're kind of premium. Cadillac, the one I know of is out in Texas. There's a Cadillac dealer that does a lot of stuff a lot differently, and they have a little plaque in the engine bay when a car gets PDI'd and delivered. The two mechanics that PDI and deliver the car sign the plaque, and then those two
Hmm.
guys work on it every time it comes to the dealer for the rest of its life.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a thing, right? That it's
Well,
a small thing, right?
that's
But it's a quality thing. It's a quality of
that's
care.
that's going back into the actual like dealer custom vehicles that we saw in the 60s and the 70s, where like you didn't just buy a Ford, you bought a Ford from, you know, Richards Automotive in Ohio, and
Yeah,
you had like, you know, the plaque to go with it, or maybe a special package, or maybe they talked to some aftermarket company to give you a special one-off
yeah,
hood cowl, stuff like that.
yeah. That's where the dealers that I think, in order for them to stay relevant, they're going to have to move their quality of service up several notches,
Yeah, yeah,
and
and then
basically,
and
you have
then
to provide a service that makes it worth paying the extra to go to the dealer.
yeah, yeah, and, or otherwise, what you get is something that Tesla is not doing right now, but very much could do, and they could certify, you know, Steven as a certified Tesla mechanic, but he doesn't
Hmm.
work for a franchise or a dealership, so now he can charge his own rates based on what he feels. Um, I have a guy that's like that. He's a Mercedes Benz, Bentley, Bugatti, Ferrari certified mechanic, and he works out of his own shop, and his shop is literally a small kind of warehousing district, 2 lift bay or whatever else, and there's no shortage of work for him at all.
Yeah.
There's cars he also works on are pieces of crap, but you know, like he doesn't. You don't have to go to a dealership to pay for the dealership prices and the pomp and whatnot. You can bring your car to him. He'll fix it 2 weeks later. Boom.
So, I don't know. I mean, let us know what you're thinking. Uh, Dealers provide a valuable service, and we're just way off base. Maybe. Are they going to change their ways and find new ways to become valuable? Or is it just time for dealers to go away and we're all just going to click buy and have it delivered in 2 days? Thank you, Amazon.
That one. That's my selection.
So,
Ford sold by Amazon. Oh man.